Blessed is the man that walketh not in the counsel of the heathen, nor sitteth in the seat that is scornful, but his delight is in the law of the Lord, and in this law does he meditate sunrise and sundown. Him a go day like a tree planted by the rivers of water, that bringeth fat fruit in his season. Him leaf never a go wither, and whatsoever him doeth shall prosper. Yea! The heathen them now their soul. Them dear like a chaff which the wind driveth away. Therefore, the heathen them never go turn upon judgment. Now the sinner man them in the congregation of the righteous. For the Lord God Jah loveth the way of the righteous, and the way of the sinner man them always and always. I go perish. Let the people of the Most High Jah say Jah. Kadamawe grubabe atela exag beer tanaistalin abba shante Kadamawe grubabe atela The name of the Lord is a strong tower, and the righteous run into it and they may save. Many are the afflictions of the righteous, but Jah shall deliver him from all of them. And I give thanks and I says unto your name, King of kings and Lord of lords, the conquering Lion of the tribe of Judah, Amasa Yahuda Amasa Negusto Negusto Danielam Komaya Sataya Aimana Pio Aya. This is the Black Pot, aka Kukushodemo, where we speak truth to power. Now, in every traditional African home there is a black pot, and when it rests on the fire, the whole family is seduced. You know why? Because there is something sumptuous that's about to be served. Today we have something delicious to serve you, and all we demand is the power of the Almighty Father to descend on us so we can cut and go through. This is the Black Pot, where we speak truth to power. Remember, we don't like to criticize, but if we must criticize, we would only criticize to build and not to destroy. This is the show of patriotism, of course not politics, and we are in the service of God and country. This is the Black Pot, and today we have a number of things we want to look at. Now we want to begin with this one that we have entitled Wa-Naa'S Pawn War. Now, who is the Wa-Naa'? The Wa-Naa' is the overlord of the Wala traditional area. My brother, my sister, who are the Wala people? The Wala people are those who speak the language known as Wala, and they live in the upper west region of Ghana. My brother, my sister, alongside the Dagabas and a few other ethnic groups, they form a formidable force in the region. In fact, they are the predominant group in the area. Now, when we talk about the Wala people, they are such a humble people and very, very, very well organized. Hey, my brother, my sister, now Wa-Naa' is supposed to be the overlord of the area. His lordship, Wa-Naa' Fuseni Seydou Pelpo IV. He was a bus conductor. You remember the Osa buses? He was a bus conductor at a point. Of course, quite educated. He went to middle school in those days, and his people loved him so much. Hey, now at a point, the whole area was filled with so much sexual misbehavior. Young boys and young girls impregnating each other, teenage pregnancies. The authorities came in, and it didn't seem to work. So much sexual promiscuity in the area of Wa and beyond. And Wa-Naa' Fuseni Seydou Pelpo IV decided that he would have to bring in some action. And what did he do? Today we woke up and we saw the headlines screaming all over the place. What is there? Watch it out. It says, leaked sex tape. lovers fasting to a pole and lashed 100 canes. And the videos have been circulating. My brother, my sister, as you can see in this photograph, this is supposed to be the main actor in that porn video that is circulating. And this is his partner. My brother, my sister, two young people, lovebirds, decided to video themselves whilst having sex. And this sex tape ended up in the wrong hands and has been circulating all over the place. Now, those of us who have been able to see the video, oh my God, have mercy, it is terrible. Hey, two lovebirds. So the Wa-Naa'S and his people, sub chiefs, all sat down and decided that no, they have punished some people in the past. After several warnings to the youth to desist from videoing themselves whilst making love, and better still, to stay away from sex until they are married. But watch me now. In these times, is it possible to do that? Is it possible to stay away from sex until you are married? So the Wa-Naa'S decided that anybody caught in any such immoral act before marriage will be tied to a pole, like this gentleman here is being tied to the pole. And this is not a movie. Now look at the gentleman holding the whip. In fact, it is a wire whip. Every time it touches your body, it tears your body and blood comes out. The gentleman here, whose photograph you saw earlier, oh my God, have mercy, took 100 lashes. But all of a sudden, the Wa-Naa'S says he was not in town at the time that this happened. Watch. Wa-Naa'S dissociates himself and condemns floggings of persons allegedly involved in sexual misconduct. But information reaching me has said that the Wa-Naa'S is not being truthful to himself. Yes, the Wa-Naa'S. Now, after the announcement that people caught in this sexual caboodle will be tied to a pole and whipped, maybe by Islamic laws. You know, in Islam, if somebody is caught immorally misbehaving with sex in a sexual act before marriage, oh my brother, my sister, that person gets 100 lashes. So they decided to give these people 100 lashes each. But Wa-Naa'S, after coming out to warn his citizens that they should be careful and stay away from this immoral act of videoing themselves and even engaging in sexual misconduct, some people were still doing it. Information reaching me has said that even somebody from the gate of the Wa-Naa'S, yes, the overlord of Wa, my brother, my sister, in his own palace, there was somebody like that caught in the act. And the Wa-Naa'S decided to discipline him. They whipped him, tied him to a pole and gave him 100 lashes. All of a sudden, Wa-Naa'S says he's not aware of this. At the time that this latest one happened on the 29th day of May, he was out of town and he didn't sanction this. But my brother, let's get a little bit more serious. Has the Wa-Naa'S got the power to sanction the flogging of citizens? Has the Wa-Naa'S got the power to tie people to a stake like in the ancient days and subject them to 100 lashes of the whip? Now, when you watch the whole video, you will realize that the two people who were flogged were crying their hearts out for obvious reasons. What did the police say about this? Now, the Wa police said they were not even aware that there was any flogging going on in the Wa-Naa'S palace. At least they would have charged the offenders with, what was it, indecent exposure and nudity, whatever. You know how much they speak big English, my brother, my sister. But at the end of the day, the Wa-Naa'S decided to subject these people to 100 lashes each. And it's circulating all over the place. When will some of these barbaric things stop? Of course, we have laws in the country, and those laws are superior to any other law by any chief or any king. Now, the Constitution is supposed to be the supreme when it comes to all the laws in this country. Bylaws are subject to the Constitution. And if arbitrarily the Wa-Naa'S can sit back and order his people to lash people, then that's unfortunate. May I ask again, At the time that Wa-Naa'S said he was out of town, did he open his palace for anything to just happen? Does anybody have access to the Wa-Naa'S palace just like that? If that is so, that is most unfortunate. How could you have access to the Wa-Naa'S palace in his absence, gather the youth, and then subject some people to some flogging, only for Wa-Naa'S to return and say, I wasn't aware, I was out of town? Where are the people who are supposed to be taking care of the palace? Or is the palace open to just anything? My brother, my sister, at a time that we need the chiefs and kings to come together and clean dirty gutters, at the time that we need our chiefs to instill a certain level of discipline in the people, take your children to school is a problem. In fact, in the area of Wa-Naa'S, his lordship, Wa-Naa'S Hussein Said Upelpo IV, illiteracy is on top. In the area of his lordship, Wa-Naa'S Hussein Said Upelpo IV, serious child diseases are rife all over the place. Social amenities, a very big problem to have. My brother, my sister, somebody is in his bedroom doing his own private thing. Yes, it is indecent to release videos out, but don't be too fast. Who released the videos? Is it wrong to take a video of myself in my bedroom doing private things? Is it wrong? Now, the wrong is in the fact that it is in the public domain. Who put it out in the public? Did the police investigate this? Did the Wa-Naa'S investigate this? Did the subjects investigate that? Or they were just interested in the people in the video and decided to subject them to this humiliation? It happened in Tamale the other time. A Tamale musician was also caught in a video like that. A so-called leaked sex tape, and was sent to the Tamale chief's palace, subjected to some kind of punishment, and was asked to come to the place every morning and sweep the whole compound, a compound of over how many acres of land. The Tamale musician had to run away, my brother, my sister, to Accra, from where he had the opportunity to find himself in America today as we speak. Can our chiefs take the law into their own hands and subject citizens to any kind of treatment? Is it not humiliation to bring a man out without investigating how the tape leaked? Or is it a crime to take a video of yourself and just like that? What is the Ghana police saying? Is the Ghana police happy about this? My brother, today the headlines have been rife all over the place. Denial upon denial. But facts reaching me have it that the Wa-Naa'S actually sanctioned some floggings in the past to deter other people from making videos of themselves whilst in the sex act. Why is Wa-Naa'S trying to dissociate himself? Or is he dissociating himself from this very last one? How about the other ones that took place, including somebody from his own palace? Is the Wa-Naa'S palace becoming a prison for porn offenders or sex offenders? What is the police saying? What are our laws saying? My brother, my sister, as it stands right now, I am so sad, and it's most unfortunate that anybody can have access to the Wa-Naa'S palace and be involved in any act. Wa-Naa'S is not around. People have found access to his palace, called upon the youth, and they are there together, lashing and flogging people who allegedly were involved in a certain sex misconduct. What has become of our chiefs? What has become of our kings? What has become of our laws? What has become of our constitution? We are going to follow up this story, but it's a very sad thing. To those of you who have seen the whole video, and to those of you who have witnessed some of these things in Wa deserves better. It's a very calm area. Wa is a very beautiful area. And Wa is a region that I come from personally. And I think that the people deserve better rather than being treated like animals. Why do you tie a man to a stake and whip him Are you crazy? No chief, no king has the right whatsoever to treat human beings like animals. Now, if you tie a man to a stake and lash him 100 lashes from not a cane, a wire, what are you reducing the human being to? Are you serious? Do you really care about your people? Do you know why you are the chief or the king? Are you to subject your, people to a certain animalistic treatment? Yes, they misbehaved. Is this the best punishment you could find? What are the gutters in Wa doing? All the dirty gutters in Wa, couldn't these people have cleaned that? The marketplace is so dirty. Couldn't they have gone there to sweep the whole of Wapani? Couldn't they have gone all the way to even sweep Kejetia? But you tie them to a stake. People are there videoing them, not even protecting the identities of these people. What is happening? You think Asante will do this? You think Asante will do this? Do you think some other chiefs who are wet their salt will do this? I am really angry that people can have just easy access to the Wa-Naa'S palace like that. Just like Yana, the other day he was skinned, and a journalist had the guts to go and sit with him on his skin and be talking to him as if he was talking to his classmate. And when you have no respect, you don't understand. You want to compare yourself to Asante. You can't get easy access to Asante's palace like that. There are laws, and at the same time, there's security. My brother, my sister, if this is how easy it is to get access to the palaces of our chiefs and kings, then I'm afraid we will bury them one after the other, from poisoning, from whatever. And which is most unfortunate. Protect yourselves. You rule the people. You're supposed to make the people better, not to turn them into animals. This is the Blackpot, aka Kukushonomo, where we speak truth to power. Away from this very sensitive story, very sad story, let me look at Kennedy Agyapong. How many people know Kennedy Agyapong? He's a loudmouth politician. He boasts that he has all the money in Ghana. He boasts that education is not as important as making money. He says that he has never seen a PhD holder in Ghana who is rich. Therefore, it is better to go look for money and forget about PhD. Now, this was the same man who asked the general public to look for a journalist called Ahmed Swale, beat the hell out of him, beat him to pulp, and if anybody came out to cough, he would sneeze and that person would catch cold. He would pay. He believes that money is everything. In 2012, just before the elections, Kennedy Agyapong said something. Hey, and everybody was scared. He said we should beat and kill some people in Ghana. Hey, if they touch you, beat them and kill them. Watch it. Kill all Ewes in the Ashanti region. That's Kennedy Agyapong saying that. Yes, banner headlines. This is Ghana Web. Hey, and who are the Ewes? The Ewes are a group of people who originally came all the way from the Nigerian area. In fact, we can trace their history even beyond Nigeria. They are a great people in this country. Recently, they felt that Ghanaians were not treating them as part of them, so they wanted to break away. Hey, my brother, my sister, we have had a president of this country who was an Ewe, J.J. Rawlings. Yes, he was not the best of, presidents, but he ruled this country the longest. Longer than even Kwame Nkrumah. Some people love him. In Nigeria, he's a hero. But to me, no, sir. He had his big faults, and I will not slap that tag of a hero on him. Kennedy Agyapong, before the 2012 elections, my brother, my sister, he went on radio ranting that in the Ashanti region, Ashanti should go out and kill Ewes, beat them up with machetes, cut them down, and just inflict all kinds of injuries on them, because he felt in the Volta region, the Voltarians or the Ewes were not treating Ashantis well, that they were kicking them out not to vote, they were intimidating them, and for that matter, by hook or crook, his party had to win the elections. So in the Ashanti region, they should retaliate. And this is a lawmaker, a lawless lawmaker. Go out there, cut them with cutlasses, kill them. Tribal, insensitive war. My brother, my sister, hey, after talking about Ahmed Swale was murdered in cold blood. The man is still walking around free. Nothing has happened. Nothing. Hey, hear me now. Hear me. Hey, when Kennedy Agyapong talked about killing Eves, cutting them down with machetes, destroying them in the Ashanti region, because he felt that Ashantis were being intimidated during the elections in the Volta region, he also warned that Bevulo Latte, the defense minister, and the police should not even bother to take the police to the Ashanti region to try and rescue Eves. He said he was declaring war. If you don't believe me, read that article. Nothing happened. Well, he was arrested. He went to the police station, and as usual, it was just a matter of formality. Police seeing to be doing their work, but no work done. Nothing came out of it. Hey, Kennedy Agyapong, all of a sudden is backtracking. Is it because he wants to be president? After saying kill Eves, his daughter graduated from a school in America, and this is what Kennedy Agyapong is saying. She is an ever girl. Kennedy Agyapong speaks after daughter swept award at high school graduation. And then he paraded a number of his daughters and said, these are all ever girls. Oh, really? What else did he say? Watch this one. He also came out and said that, hey, Evers are what? Industrious. And they are indispensable. Jesus have mercy. Can I step into the limelight? Hear me now, brethren. Evers are now industrious and indispensable. And when you read this, it's something beautiful that Kennedy Agyapong said. He's a member of parliament. He's never won any elections. All of a sudden, he announced that he wants to be president after announcing that he would destroy his own party because his own party was being foolish. Which is this foolish party he's talking about? The NPP, the New Patriotic Party, headed by the pot-bellied, fly-happy, oversized suit-wearing president, Nana Akufo-Addo. Hear me now. Hey, here. Kennedy Agyapong, all of a sudden says, he has so many properties around Ghana. And every time he goes to site to supervise his work, he realizes that a lot of Evers are those working. The Evers are so industrious. They are indispensable. And he said that, hey, when he was growing up, they poisoned him about Evers. How Evers were terrible. How Evers were this and that. But growing up, after 60 years of life, he's over 60 years, you know. And this thing that he said, kill Evers, was 2012. How many years ago? 10 years ago? Kennedy Agyapong all of a sudden has become Paul. From Saul to Paul. When I was a child, I behaved so childishly. Now that I am an adult, I know better. Hallelujah. I am happy. If this is not only to win elections, I am happy for you, Kennedy Agyapong. No human being in his right senses would ever invoke the spirit of war on any ethnic group. Do we understand that we are one people? Just by virtue of the fact that, oh, I am coming from this corner where I resided some 100 years ago, does not make me a different person from you. Hey, how many Evers at all are in your party? Have you ever sat in a plane that was flown by an Everman? Have you ever been sick and the doctor who, in fact, saved your life was an Ever? Oh, okay, so you had Ever women that you had babies with. So kill all Evers. If Ashantis had actually gone out to kill all Evers, that meant that mathematically your own baby mothers and daughters would have been killed in 2012. Or were they not born at that time? Sometimes we need to think, brethren. Power corrupts. Power can make a man behave like an animal. But in the interim, remember that patriotism is the answer. NKRUMAH's eyes never saw Ashantis. NKRUMAH's eyes never saw Frafres or Gonjes or Sisales or Dagombes. No, he saw everybody as Ghanaian, African. Until we kill that spirit of tribalism in us, nepotism would have a field day. Pluralism will take a walk in the park. All isms and schisms will surround and engulf us like in a tsunami attack. My brother, my sister, 15th April 2012, kill Evers. 10 years later, Evers are industrious. Evers are indispensable. That means we cannot do without. But you see, when a man says he's changed, sometimes there's a problem. Kennedy Japan says, Ashantis should learn from the Evers. No, it's still tribalistic. Oh, Evers are indispensable. Evers are industrious. Ashantis, learn from them. Jesus. You see, trying to clean up, but making up more mess. Do you realize it? Do you realize what why can't you say, oh, Charlie, hey, you, learn from how Evers are being industrial. Better still, how these people are being industrial without mentioning ethnic groups and tribes. How many people agree with me? How many people agree with me? This is the Blakk Pot, aka Kukushunomo, where we speak truth to power. Remember, I have a quote about what I just said. And with this quote, I will need you to open your eyes and your ears and read between the lines. What is tribalism? Whoa! This is the Blakk Pot, aka Kukushunomo, where we speak truth to power. My brother, my sister, remember we don't like to criticize, but if we must criticize, we would only criticize to build and not to destroy. We are in the service of God and country. The Blakk Pot. Yes, hear me now. Now the next thing I want to look at is what I have decided to entitle. Oh my God, have mercy. And it's interesting, my brother. Hey! NKRUMAH inspires Putin's Russia. Watch me. In 1972, Kwame Nkrumah, in fact, saw Ghana to be a country that will tie its currency to the gold. Should I break it down? Today, when they are talking about the value of currencies around the world, including Ghana, it's all about making the dollar the yardstick, the pound the yardstick. Even in our budget readings, we mention prices in the dollar. Apart from in Ghana where the cedi is valued, there is no country in the world where the cedi would be accepted. The dollar would be accepted even in hell. The dollar would be accepted even in heaven. In fact, even the angels of God would accept the dollar. You know why? Because we have made the dollar the almighty. How did the dollar become the almighty? It was all an orchestration between America and the Arab world in the days of the oil. from Iran. My brother, my sister, all they did was to come together and say that, okay, we want to be the main suppliers of your oil. Anybody who wants your oil must come through us and pay in dollar. True? And the Arab people agreed. At that time, they thought it was a cool chop. But America knew what it was doing. They promoted the dollar until it became the currency of the world. Supported it with the gold that came from us. The gold that is making the American dollar solid comes from us. We are a major producer of gold, right? In fact, the whole world, we produce gold and supply gold more than any country. That's why the white man called us the Gold Coast. He had never seen so much gold in one country. He was so mesmerized that he decided to call us the Gold Coast. Hey, Nkrumah, when he became the president of this country, how many of you remember Nkrumah? You all remember Nkrumah, right? Hey, Kwame Nkrumah decided that, hey, by 1972, the Ghana cedi was going to be backed by the gold from Takwa. He started putting in structures to make the Takwa mine stand. He promoted the Ghana gold to be the best gold in the world, just as our cocoa is seen as the best cocoa in the world. So by 1972, my brother, my sister, Nkrumah's vision was that the whole world would be graduating towards us, gravitating towards us, because of how our city was going to be promoted and valued. But the wicked people that we are, the criminals that we are, by 1972, they had killed Nkrumah. 1966, they overthrew him. 72, they killed him, and that dream died. Muammar Gaddafi went back and studied this, some things about Nkrumah, and decided to take Nkrumah's philosophy to also introduce the gold dinar. He knew where the gold was coming from. So Gaddafi kept coming to Ghana, left, right, and center, trying to link with us and take some of Nkrumah's gold and deal with the gold dinar. Anybody who wanted to buy his oil would have to buy that using the African currency known as the gold dinar. You see how he tried to turn it back? The Americans made their dollar supreme by dealing with the Arab world's oil. Now Gaddafi broke away from the Arab world and decided that he would also use his oil to reverse this menace of making the dollar supreme. They killed Gaddafi. They finished him. And Obama, from that time till now, is being haunted by the ghost of Gaddafi. He has apologized. He's been man enough to apologize. That is the biggest mistake he's made all his political life. Because he supported the overthrowing of Gaddafi. But he sold Gaddafi into the hands of bloodthirsty vampires who slaughtered him. My brother, my sister, Putin decided to sit back and read something about Nkrumah. When he read it, look at the headline. Watch the headline. Hey, watch the headline. The headline says what? That, hey, Russia is now running around. And what is Russia going to do? Russia's central bank announces ruble bound to gold. 5,000 rubles per gram of 1 billion of gold. Jesus have mercy. Can you see that? There's the Russian-Ukrainian war. Putin is a very dangerous man. He has gone in there to invade Ukraine. And the whole world, including America and NATO, came out and said, hey, sanctions on this guy. He said, okay, at least I have some gas. Hey, I have wheat. I have this. I have that the world needs. I'm also going to make sure that they pay me in my rubles in order to get these things that they need. You know what that means? They were trying to kill the rubles sanction this man and make his country run into some serious inflation and run it aground. But Putin went back to Nkrumah's philosophy. The philosophy that Gaddafi picked up. And this is what he has done. So Putin now says 5,000 rubles. The Russian currency would be equivalent to 1 gram of gold bullion. Do you get it? So right now, he doesn't need to say, oh, 2 rubles equivalent to the American dollar so that they can manipulate the dollar. No, he would put in something they cannot manipulate, and that is gold. Same way Nkrumah wanted it. But Putin is able to do that because of the philosophy of Nkrumah that we have decided to run aground. Putin is able to do that because of the fine brains of Nkrumah. Putin is able to do this because he has gone in like a worm into the box of Nkrumah to eat up the philosophies. Yet Ghanaians are still sleeping. Your pot-bellied president is still running Nkrumah under the carpet. They just decided to take off the textbook that said Nkrumah was a dictator, right? Did the people have to come out and speak before you did this? They still are considering their lazy, treacherous fathers and grandfathers as part of the big six. Oh, what a sin thing. Hear me now, brethren. Now as it stands, Putin is singing hallelujah, 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 hallelujah. Like they do in the church. Is it Methodist church or Presbyterian church? Hear me, brethren. Now Putin is here to stay. I don't like his invasion of Ukraine. So many people have been killed for nothing. But Putin is flying on the wings of Nkrumah right now. And Nkrumah's own country is dumb. Nkrumah's own country is sleeping. My brother, my sister, watch. India shows no sign of slowing its purchase of Russian oil. Kai, left, right, kai, left, right. Do you see that? India. The whole world is saying, don't buy Russian oil. But even European countries sneak behind and buy the indispensable oil from Russia. You can only do this if you are unique. What is unique about us? We have the gold, yet we are so silly. We don't know how to put our brains into use. Who created us at all? Watch. See the depreciation. Bank of Ghana urged to elect compatible exchange rate regime. Compatible. Hey, all these guys here are coat-wearing guys with long ties who speak English more than Shakespeare. A lot of them are not patriotic. Those who pretend to be patriotic are idiots. You know why? Because they wait for the white man to tell them what to do before they do that. Hey, Bank of Ghana, what can they do without the IMF? Even the president, what can he do without the World Bank? Jesus have mercy. Hey, my brother, this is the Black Pot. When we return, hey, we'll be talking about the lightning in Nogokpo. Hey, in Ho, there was a lightning that killed the coconut seller, 17-year-old coconut seller. And Nogokpo is in trouble. When I return, the fire will be hot. Whoa!
Luxury home, it's a beauty place for every woman. We do braids, wave caps, weave-ons, nails, pedicure, manicure, waxing, massages. We do everything concerning beauty. So if any lady is thinking about beauty, I believe this is the right place for you to be. We do nail training here. We do braids training. We do wave caps installation. We do waxing. I mean, anything that we do, the services that we render here, we also train people. So if you want to be a master in nails, if you want to be a professional nail technician, this is the right place for you to be. We will train you and make sure you are a professional, not just any nail tech. At Chick Luxury Beauty Home, we train you to be your own boss. We have international trainers who train you to fit in anywhere in the world. We have our one-man training, and we also have 2 weeks. It's between 2 weeks to 1 month, depending on the individual. Whatever you want, we give it to you. At Chick Luxury Beauty Home, we give you quality yet affordable. So come and get trained and be your own boss.
My sister Paulina and a day after.
You can't seminar. You better free. Abu's chapter.
Hey, babe! Sister Paulina, we're reading glasses here, China, Hebrews.
Hey, madam!
Tinatet Hayan Herbal Capsule, a drawing Tina Berwat semi. Me ready, I mention glasses. Obroni Bessie, see clear.
Ayanokro, Tinatet Hayan Herbal Capsules, a full supplement for good vision and not recommended for children below 12 years, asthmatic patients, pregnant and breastfeeding mothers.
A drawing baby atwa, got Tinatet Herbal Shop. Hey, now wait. Tinatet Hayan, see clear.
Okay, so the inspiration behind Bed of Roses is this. I actually, bad to bad, as we say in Jamaica, there's that little stigma that has always been going on that, most men are not good men, and you don't really have good men, especially like if they're poor and they can't take care of you. Women have 2 hands and 2 feet too, so crippled. You don't necessarily need somebody to take care of you. What you need is a man with a good heart who loves you and who will work with you so you can build an empire. So Bed of Roses is really in the defense of men, and so also to really rewrite the narrative that if a man is poor, he can't take care of and that is not good. Not good for you, which is a lie. You understand? So there are lots of men out there who don't have a lot of money, but they are good and upright men. They just want someone to work with them and someone to motivate them. And so that song was really, to celebrate good men who don't necessarily have a lot of money.
Nubian king, I love you. No apologies when I chose you. Everything you do, I adore you. the strength must drive. Yes, I need honesty, baby, I'm a guy. On no other cat to say no other eye. Life on a wonder houses. The deepest river, no the longest. The moon shines brighter in the darkness. And the tallest tree, I know the strongest. Life on a better houses, whoa. The deepest river, no the longest. The moon shines brighter in the darkness. And the tallest tree, I know the strongest. We have a nice little ranch down the orchard. Well, if I veggie where we plant, me not go hungry. Come and say, don't you GMO in our pantry.
Skip a George.
Blackpot, Coco show man.
Skip a George.
Blackpot, Coco show man.
Whoa! Well, I've no apology when I adore you. Oh God. And this is Diana Wright. Beautiful piece of music by all standards, man. Yeah, stream it, man, on YouTube and stream it on. Yes, the information given out to you. There's a phone number that you can reach out to the management of Diana Wright and book Diana Wright for concerts. Beautiful songstress. Yes, I. Blessed. I love this one. Remember, we are also sponsored by the kind courtesy of Tinated Natural Health Center, the house of quality herbal medicines, and any sickness you're suffering from. Is it malaria, typhoid fever, or jaundice? Maybe you want to clean your heavens. Go get Tinated Venicare. It cleans out your heavens and will make your heavens tighter, like a virgin. Lord God have mercy. Hey! Jiba, Crodoso, Mapele, Crusa, Menso, Beno, Banai, Mac, Aquer, Sanchore, no problem at all. Pick up the numbers on the screen for bulk purchases and inquiries. You can also walk into any good herbal shop across Ghana and pick up a Tinated product of your choice. Yeah. Tinated is 100% herbal, no chemicals at all. We are also sponsored by the kind courtesy of Chick Luxury. When we say luxury, we mean luxury. Hey, we have a special pergola where ladies and gentlemen sit for fresh air whilst we work on your hair. Lord God have mercy. And if you want to be inside and be watching some movie, just seducing your ears to something nice, at Chick Luxury Beauty Home, we are here. Hey, natural twist and locks. You want some waxing, some lashing. You want some perm cuts, some wigs and braids. No problem. And we take you through some training too. We train you in all these things that we do. So that right after your training, depending on your time, is it 1 month training, 2 months, 3 months? Hey, contact us, take our numbers on the screen right now. And after training, we employ you. Hey, we employ you. We have all that it takes to do that. And if you don't want to work in Ghana, we will take you anywhere you want to go and work. But remember, we still have the link. Yes, good link. All right. Pick up our numbers. We are located right here in Accra at the Asafwache, Akwabua Loop, Adringano Road, right here in Accra. We are also sponsored by the kind courtesy of hot and spicy catfish. Lord God have mercy. Hey, those of you who like catfish, these days people are gravitating towards catfish. The best place to get your catfish is hot and spicy grilled catfish on the Spintex Road around the American Washing Bay and Texpo. Pick up the numbers and make your orders. And if you arrive there, you will see the fish swimming all over the place. You pick the one that you want. We wait and then we spice it the way you want it. All right? Your wish is our command. This is the Blackport, aka Kukushodamo, where we speak truth to power. Whoa! Hear me now, brethren. Whoa! Hi! You know what? There's something interesting. In Ho, something happened over the weekend. There was this lightning that struck Buyaka. And a 17-year-old boy was caught in the crossfire and died. Look at the headlines. Boy killed by lightning strike, left in the open over fear of thunder god. And that's the boy lying down there, covered with plantain leaves and left there just like that. Watch it all over in the headlines. And look at this. Family of 17-year-old killed by lightning sends delegation to Nogokpo for answers. Where is Nogokpo? On the way to Alakla, there is Nogokpo. In Ghana, when you say Nogokpo, we are talking about the hub of all juju, Obia, Ekpeji, stone past stone. My brother, my sister, lightning struck the 17-year-old boy and 2 others. Now, according to the report, the 2 others got confused. They were walking as if they were chicken suffering from coccidiosis. It is a sad story, brethren. And this little 17-year-old died. But it was not the first time. Look at this one. 28th October 2021, last year, around the same time, lightning strikes 2 farmhands to death in the Volta region. Same Volta region, What is the science behind it? My brother, my sister, watch me now. Now, what is lightning at all? When we say lightning, what do we mean? Let me take you through the classroom. Watch it. Lightning is a giant discharge of electricity accompanied by a brilliant flash of light and a loud crack of thunder. The spark can reach over 5 miles, that is 8 kilometers in length. Raise the temperature of the air by as much as 50,000 degrees Fahrenheit. That is equivalent to 27,700 degrees Celsius, and contains 100 million electrical volts. Hey! And watch it. It says some scientists think that lightning may have played a part in the evolution of living organisms. Hear me now. So that is what lightning is. Over 1,000. Watch it. What is it saying? That is able to bring up to 100 million electrical volts. 100 million. How much electrical volt do we have passing through Akosombo? How much is it? How much? And when we touch it, we are flying like birds on heat. This is what? 100 million electrical volts discharged by lightning flash and thunder. My brother, my sister, hey, some people think that lightning only comes when it's about to rain. No. Under what circumstances can we also have lightning and thunder? My brother, my sister, watch it. Now, lightning is not confined to thunderstorms. It's been seen in volcanic eruptions, extremely intense forest fires, surface nuclear detonations, heavy snowstorms, and in large hurricanes. Snowstorm, when ice collide. Ice, when we have ice blocks colliding, they can cause a certain kind of electrical waves that can cause lightning to happen. My brother, my sister, so when there's a flash of lightning accompanied with a thunderbolt, my brother, my sister, 100 million electricity volts in Fahrenheit drop. 50,000 degrees Fahrenheit of temperature, heat circulated around. My brother, my sister. And if you are caught in that, you would shake. It hits the ground. It goes through one leg. It can damage your brains and then pass through the other leg. My brother, my sister, hear me now. How can you avoid lightning flashes? And yes, I think I need to take you through this. Hear me. Watch this. Now, the most common way people get injured by lightning is through these ground currents. Now, if a person is standing anywhere in the arc, that is around the area where the lightning happens, watch this. It's likely the current from the ground travels up the person's body through their leg, impairing or completely stopping the person's heart or breathing, then moving down the other leg and out. It can cause cardiac arrest, severe burns, permanent brain damage, memory loss, and personality change. So those 2 boys in Ho who were walking around, turning around, and people said they were confused, that probably was personality change. Now, lightning injures more people than it kills. 90% of people hit by lightning survive, possibly with long-lasting neurological damage. And this is the philosophy of Dr. Mary Ann Cooper. Yes, that's her. She studied deep into lightning and she brought you this. But what is the probability, talking mathematics, of being struck by lightning, what we call lightning stroke? What's the probability? How many people get struck? Watch this. Hey. Lightning can kill people, right? It can kill people. Look at the report from America. Between 1959 and 2003, 3,696 people were hit by lightning and they died. But how many people? The probability, how many people are struck by lightning? Watch this. The odds of becoming a lightning victim in the US in any 1 year is 1 in 7,000. So that means if we have lightning flash, 700,000 strikes, it's only in 1 of them that you get struck. Or else if every lightning could strike us, then it means that we all would have been dead by now. Now the odds of being struck in your lifetime, the whole lifetime, is 1 in 3,000. So it's not too dangerous, but it can be dangerous. How can you avoid being struck by lightning? Watch this. How can we get away from lightning? Remember not to hold your phone. If you're holding your mobile phone and talking on your mobile phone at the time that lightning flashes are coming on, you will be electrocuted. You would have what is known as lightning stroke. Again, now if you hold on to electric cables, whether there's electricity passing through them or not, you will be struck. And if you stand near the wall or you hold the wall, you can be struck. Another thing is, don't stand under trees and say you are protected. Hey, the tree can be struck by lightning, the tree can catch fire, and you will be struck under the tree as well. Hey, lightning is strong enough to even fell a tree. Hey, my brother, my sister, but this is the punchline. Watch this. Is it safe to touch anybody or somebody who is struck by lightning? Yes. Lightning victims are not electrified, and you will not be electrocuted by touching somebody who has been struck in a lightning storm. It is safe to touch lightning victims and administer first aid immediately. So you see, so the whole lightning victim could have been carried to the hospital. Maybe the person was not even dead. But because they saw the person not moving, everybody was afraid. But I don't really blame them. You know why? Even my grandmother used to tell me, those who steal fowls, those who steal people's things, and so on and so forth, the Salana in Tamale, oh my God, the Salana is the owner of the rain. He would invoke curses, and when lightning and thunder come, they will strike you and kill you. It's natural justice. And when such a person is killed, you don't touch the person or else you will also be struck. Yes. The person must lie down there so the whole world will come and see that this is the foul thief or this is this thief. That is why in Ho they are trying to link the boy to coconut stealing. My brother, you can be struck by lightning without stealing anything. Or else a lot of our ministers should have died by now. Nana Addo's ministers, a lot of them by now would have died from lightning and thunder. Don't they go to Ho? Don't they see lightning? If there was a power from thunder and lightning that could strike thieves, in fact, all our politicians in Ghana except 2 would have been alive and the rest will be dead. Only 2 out of the millions of politicians we have would probably be alive. The rest will be struck with lightning. True or false? Hey, my brother, my sister, as it stands right now, it is most interesting. And Nogokpo is angry. They have to perform some rites. Maybe the boy stole some coconut. Don't disgrace the innocent boy. He stole no coconut. It's a natural thing, and the boy is gone down because of a natural thing. They could have carried the boy. If you don't believe me, please come and take me. I'll go and carry the boy to the hospital. Nothing would happen. It's not to say that your gods are not working. Neither am I saying that you don't have powers. The only thing I'm saying is that it's a natural catastrophe. Do not read underpinnings of juju and superstition into some of these things. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. I'm going to tackle the last thing and I'm gone. Hey, AMA. Hey, what's happening to AMA? They are striking. Oh. AMA is striking. Watch this. AMA is fighting a war, and the war is war on littering. People throwing things in gutters. Look at the headline. Throwing things in gutters. AMA prosecutes 115 persons for dumping refuse in drains. Other sanitation offenses. Hey, watch me. Hey. The president came out after the flood and said, dismantle and destroy any building that is on waterways. All of a sudden, AMA is working. Prosecuting people throwing rubbish. Hey. You are not a human being if you throw things into the gutter. But AMA, make available rubbish bins so people can put rubbish. I don't think that people would see rubbish bins and all that in their homes and all that and still go out and pour rubbish into the gutters and the drains. Hey, the boss of the EMA, the boss of the AMA. Why did I say EMA? The boss of the AMA. Honorable Elizabeth Kwacho Saki, you just came into office. You can do better. Education. Let it be out. And I am ready to be the ambassador of sanitation. Within 1 year, no Ghanaian will throw rubbish on the road. Active sanitation. Go into every corner. Sensitize the people, radio, TV, about keeping their environment clean and not throwing away and littering around. Hey, whoa, this is the Blackpot, aka Kukushonomo. When we return tomorrow, the fire will be hotter. Until then, my name is Blakk Rasta. And what do I have to say? Whoa.